Hi guys, Mad Dave from MD Bushcraft in association with the Greater Manchester Bushcraft Group. Today we're talking about knives again, and today's knife is going to be the Tops Brothers of Bushcraft Fieldcraft knife. Now this is made by Tops in the US. Great knife. I'll be putting the specs up along the bottom at the end of the video. It has a Kydex sheath, complete with a ferro rod cum magnesium fire starter that comes with it as part of the package. Comes in like 2 small magnesium rods and a ferro rod on the end. It fits neatly within this little Kydex pouch on the front. It has a couple of holes in the bottom for leg loops should you wish to put them on. I've just got a bit of paracord on there, and it has a sprung steel clip on the back of the sheath. This is just a sail needle that I've put in on the back with a little bit of Gorilla tape should I need it in the future. Needle's always worth having. The sprung steel clip on it is pivoted on a single screw with a rubber grommet behind it, allowing you to have it in any way you'd like. You could have it as a side mount, you can have it as slanted mount, you can have it as the normal straight up and down, or even if you turned it completely upside down and use these two. Some people like to have it on a combat vest, assault vest or similar. The good thing about the Kydex sheath is the knife is not coming out unless you give a little push with the thumb and the knife comes out. So the knife itself, it's got a high carbon steel blade with a flat Scandi grind with a very small micro bevel on the end. The whole knife was developed by the Brothers of Bushcraft, which are an American group, and they went with their design to Tops Knives, who put it into production for them. The blade itself is covered in this really hard wearing coating. It's about 4.5–5 mil thick. It's got some nice jimping on the top for control of the knife, and also in here some little thumb grooves or gouges if you like, and these are great for when you're doing reverse cuts or you're choking up really hard on the knife. The Micarta handle is available in 3 different sizes, shades rather. It comes in this, which is like a browny desert shade. It comes in a pure green or a green and black. It's held on with these small Allen screws, and at the back we've got the tapered lanyard. If you notice in the middle here on both sides we've got a small divot in there that can be used in conjunction with the sheath. Obviously sheath your knife when using it, and it can be used with a fire bow as the top part, as sort of like your bearing block. On the top of the knife it's got an exposed tang. Obviously it's full tangers all the way through, and this full tang is good for crushing up nuts, bark and the like. You know, we can take things and sort of like separate the fibres and stuff, or if you really want to hammer down on things, it gives you the facility to do that. On the back of the pommel there we have this small groove. This is called the Shango notch. I don't know why it's called that, and that is because you notice the coating, if you like. This doesn't do well with a fire steel, although it's got quite a sharp spine. So for some reason the coating doesn't allow it to spark from a fire steel very well, so they developed the Shango notch. That should be used in conjunction with your fire steel, which we'll have a go now. I've seen several videos about how it should be used. Some people say you should strike it down, other people say you should scrape it across. So we'll put the sheath on and we'll see what we can do and see which way works best for us. So if you'd like to come in a bit closer. So this is using it as a scraper. Oh yeah. Well, let's try it the other way, like this. And the way I've seen on YouTube is to strike down. Now that seems to work better. So if you're using the Shango notch, striking down seems to be the way to go. But then, very poor sparks. And I think you probably end up absolutely knackering your tinder by doing that. So unfortunately, Shango notch I'm not too impressed with this particular fire steel. So let's try something a bit bigger. Big boy. Now this, as you can see, doesn't really want to go at all. So let's try the old chipping down affair again. Now if we come a bit closer and I'll show you, all it tends to do is chew up your actual fire steel. Also very little control. So Shango notch, more of a gimmick than an actual usable, if you like, design feature. What I'll be tempted to do is file off probably an inch of the coating off the back, and I'd be tempted to use that. But all in all, a good knife. We'll grab some wood, if you just bear with me a second, and we'll do a little bit of chopping. There we go. So let's see what we got here. Very, very easy to use. Very confident for the big cuts. Happy with it. Now let's try some of the little stuff. So taking it in, as you can see, can be very, very controlled. Taking very thin slices off. So yeah, all your delicate work, it's a very, very capable knife. So for around about £120 retail, not a bad knife. You know, you're getting up to there to the middle end of the market, bushcraft wise. Some of the design features very good. Certainly the bearing block, I love Micarta handles, very good, very hard wearing, absolutely maintenance free. I do like the coating on the blade. Unfortunately, some of it's going to have to come off, because the one thing that lets the whole knife down is the Shango notch. It's just it doesn't work, in my opinion. I may be doing it totally wrong, but there's only so many ways that you can skin a rabbit, and we've tried scraping, we've just tried chopping, and especially with the large fire steel that you saw me using before, this throws out amazing big sparks that will bounce off the floor with the back of an ordinary knife. So it's probably 8 out of 10 for the Brothers of Bushcraft knife. Certainly one I wouldn't dismiss. So if you want one, I'd say try one before you buy one. It may well not be the one you're after. So on behalf of Greater Manchester Bushcraft Group, this is Mad Dave signing off with another great knife. See you next time.